food delivery. Randomly enough, this is quite a good slot. So I'm going to unpack and then get back in bed because Evelina is sleeping in my bed where she was all night. Pardon? Where's Freddie? He's away on his school sleepover. He's gonna come home today, yeah. So he'll come and pick you up from school. Yeah? You're hungry? Okay, I'll brekkie them. You've been very good. I thought you were gonna really miss Freddie, but we've had so much fun, haven't we? And guess what? Farfar's here. Came in the middle of the night while you were sleeping and he said he's gonna play Lost Diamond with you.
No.
In the morning, yeah?
No.
Well, it's only 6:30. Did you find Farfar? Where's Farfar? He's in there. You've got Mama's phone. I know you do. Did you snatch that? Did you snatch Mummy's phone? Mama's phone. Can I have it then? To keep our battery up because we don't have all of our children here.
Yeah.
So I was going to talk a bit later when I was a bit more presentable, but I have a minute because Finn is in bed with his farm, or as you can probably hear. So yeah, sleepovers. Freddie has had a 2-night sleepover with the school. They've taken them away for a 2-night trip. He just turned 9 the day before he went, so it was the day after his birthday, and I've literally been dreading it for ages. He originally didn't want to go, but then he seemed quite happy about it towards the actual time came. He was quite excited about it, so I think they did a really good job at school of kind of preparing them for it. They're sleeping in tents with kids, like I think 6 kids or 8 kids per tent. No adults are in the tent. The teachers have their own tent. Just honestly, like, he's been gone 2 nights and it's just been really weird. Like, I don't know, do your kids have had sleepovers? What age do you think is good for sleepovers? I mean, I'll talk a bit about it later. He's only been on 1 sleepover once, and that was to his very best friend's house that he'd been best friends with since he was tiny. And he hardly slept. I know he hardly slept, so I know he didn't let his best friends hardly sleep, so he never got invited back to that. Just think all kids are different, and Freddie is particularly a homebody, and we don't have grandparents nearby. Henrik's parents are here. They've come from Sweden. Henrik's working in Stockholm this week, so he often works in Stockholm or Denmark. He is Swedish, and he works for a Scandinavian company, so it's just been me, Finn and Evelina. So yeah, I'm going to go and get their breakfast on now, but just wanted to see what you guys think about sleepovers in general. Would you feel like your kid would be ready for that at just turning 9 for 2 nights away, no contact? I've had 1 text to say they arrived safely. It's really weird for me because as a working mum, I used to travel the world with my job. I had a global role at an ad agency, and that meant weeks in Dubai, week in China, Hong Kong. Like, I've literally travelled Canada, like went everywhere, because it was a global role and I was in charge of a global brand and I had to go everywhere. So I would be away, but the kids would always be at home in their own beds, and we had a full-time nanny. So I'm not sort of anti-separation from the kids in some ways. I've done it, but then as I've become more and more like a full-time mum, just gets harder to be apart from them, which is a bad thing, I think. Right, we're home from school drop. She managed to wash my hair this morning, and I made myself the toasty scramble that I'm now obsessed with. So we did the school run and then we stayed and watched Finn's assembly, because you can stay on a Friday and watch. Evelina's got Peppa Pig on. My goodness, Netflix. We've just got Netflix, me and Henrik. We have to stay behind the times. And it just plays through Peppa Pig, so you know, that'll keep her busy for a minute. So I had a really nice time at assembly, and Henrik's parents are here from Sweden, but they've gone into London now for the day and the night, and they'll be back at the end of the day tomorrow. So I have a bit of an unusual plan today. Yes, the plan today is Freddie gets home at 2:30 from this trip. But I joined a gym recently, and the idea was to do all the family activities together with the kids during the day, like taking them swimming, there's soft play, there's trampolining, there's table tennis. It's a really good, like, kids-friendly place. So, and then maybe if Henrik stops working such long hours, I can go and do some classes myself. But Evelyn has been a bit obsessed with going to the creche since she saw it. So I'm frustrated with myself. Again, sometimes I'm literally the weakest link in this whole thing. Everything goes wrong. So I'm got changed because I wanted to film a weight loss video, and then because Evelyn is going to the creche, my idea is to sit and edit it outside for like half an hour, and my bloody battery's dying. I just have not the good equipment, so I'm going to try and charge the battery and switch my order of doing things around, get her packed lunch ready. I frustrate myself so much. Anyone else as disorganised as me? I just feel like I'm the only one sometimes who just lives in chaos. Evelyn is in the creche at the gym. They just came out and updated me and said that she's kind of distracted by the toys, because every few minutes she's looking at the door and crying, "Mummy." So they're going to come in. I'm going to give her 5 more minutes and I'm going to go in there. I'll update you later because it's so noisy here. First hurdle. Bit better now. Pardon? Evelina's babies. They're in the creche, but that didn't go too well, did it? There was lots of tears. That was pretty horrific. Feeling a bit better now. Yeah. Yeah? Are you at soft play? So yeah, I'm in the soft play. So yeah, that's deflated me a bit. I just thought she would do a bit better than that, but she was in for 10 minutes and then they came out and said she was upset, and then she said she'd give it another 10 minutes and she'd come and get me if she was still not settled. And then I went in and she was really crying. They wouldn't leave her really crying for any period of time. She's fine now, aren't you? Bit deflated, so I was hoping it would go a bit better than that, like a tiny bit better than that, but I don't know what to do about it. I don't feel I've got the energy to keep on pushing her to go in. That wasn't the plan to put her into creche. That wasn't the plan of joining the gym, but yeah, that was a bit horrible. Bit of a horrible experience. I feel like maybe I play with her too much. Maybe I shouldn't be so up and bloody soft play with you all the time. Maybe I should make you be a bit more independent, but I don't know what to do for the best. So I'm thinking I could call that a massive fail because she didn't stay in creche, but to be honest, that was her choice to go in there. I wasn't massively banking on it, but she didn't go into creche. I didn't then do this edit, which is no big deal. I did it on Saturday instead. We didn't come out of the soft play. She refused to leave the soft play, so now we are going to have a bit of rubbishy lunch there. So I'm just going to see what Freddie's like when I get him off the coach. Obviously, just going to give him some time to deflate, tell me how it all was. He's not much of a chatter, to be honest, so I don't think I'll hear much about it. I'll probably have to grill one of the girls who's a bit chattier later, but I think also he'll just tell me all the bad stuff, because I think that's what you do, isn't it? You get home and you're like, this was awful, this was awful. When you've had, like, you know, like a challenge, you've been pushing yourself to be brave, you get home and you're like, oh my god, let me tell you everything. So I'll let him do that and then I'll catch up with you later and tell you how it went. But I'm already feeling exhausted. I think the relief of having him home is going to make me like sleep for a week. Oh my god, I'm so excited to get ready. This could go quite well now because Evelyn has fallen asleep. So if I can transfer her to a buggy, if I have one in the boot, I'm not sure, fingers crossed, then I might get a little bit of time just with Freddie. So yeah, 15 minutes. Can't wait. Alright, cheers, welcome home my gorgeous one. Gonna go again on a residential trip?
And music.
Was it better than you thought? Oh, do you feel like you've been away forever?
3 days, not 2.
Do you feel like it was long?
Quite long.
And you asked?
In the yurt, it's our first name was the dirt, because there's the dirty. So we called it the dirt year.
Did you? And you only asked to come home once.
Yeah.
Were you crying or you just worried?
It's
Just wanted your nightlight. Well, I'm so happy you're home. I'm asleep now. What time did you wake up in the morning?
we normally wake up at 5, and in the
At 5?
In the years, I also it also felt like that was like a home because we had so many people.
Yeah. How many people?
We thought we had the best group. And then after we noticed we were a bit too chatty.
Oh. Oh, I've missed you.
But we were making up quite mean but funny jokes.
Yeah, like what?
There was some about swearing, but they were funny.
Right.
And some were just like weird, bad names, but it was like a little funny.
So yeah, Freddie is back, and oh my goodness, I have felt so relieved. It's a couple of days later now, and he was fine actually. I think I've never seen his face look so happy as when he got off the coach and he saw me. I felt $1 million after that. He just was so happy, and he said that he missed me the most. And he'd just been sleeping like so much. He was so dirty. He hadn't showered in the whole 2 days they were away. Typical. Apparently none of the boys showered. Yes, he's learnt some new swears, which is interesting. But I don't know all in all if it's been like character building or good for both of us. I'm still undecided about that, but I'm glad that he went. I'm just glad that it's over, to be honest. I realise how much it's been weighing me down, the worry of him going. Literally, I spoke to a couple of the mums at school who's got it next year, and like, I'm already worrying about it. So I think it's just the dread of things like that. The dread of separation is tough, and especially because I was here by myself as well. It was like, if anything goes wrong, what do I do? I've got the other two. Yeah, so I've done it now. I mean, I just wonder what you think of sleepovers in general, like not even just these school ones, like general friends sleepovers. Because a few of my friends who I mentioned that Freddie was going away were just like, no, I would never let them out of my sight for the night. And then other people were like, Henrik's like, it's so good for them. Yeah, so let me know what you reckon. I think that I don't know if I'd encourage him to do any more sleepovers, to be honest, but he is having a sleepover for his grandparents now, which is new as well. That's happening next month. So he's sort of growing up, and he needs to own that, and he needs to be able to sleep away from his mum and dad, I think, now that he's 9. But it's hard being the oldest because you probably have to push your parents through those barriers, and by the time Evelina gets around to doing it, I'll be like, yeah, got this in the bag. Anyway, I'm sorting out all this laundry and everything now, so thank you so much for watching this very raw vlog. And let me know if there's anything else you'd like to see here on my channel. I'm just doing some channel planning now today as well. And I will see you all tomorrow. Lots of love, bye!